Hi, Glenn Phillips with Lake Homes Realty and lakehomes.com. You know, we see big headlines about real estate, but I want to raise this question. Do lake real estate markets match the real estate headlines? And the answer to that is they often don't. And I want to explain why. Because if you're buying or selling, you don't need the national headlines throwing you in the wrong direction to get you the best value when you're buying or selling at the lake. So first off, location, location, location. First rule of real estate, but even more so at the lake, because the lake changes the property value in a way you don't ever find in the suburbs or downtown in a condo market. So most of the headlines are based about that primary residential headline. But at the lake, location, location, location is a huge factor in the demand, the popularity. It also affects the price a lot differently about what's going on, how the prices hold, because it's something that and on the same lake, one part of the lake can vary differently than the other because of the location relative to the water, the depth, the traffic. There's also a lot of phantom inventory right now in lake real estate. Lake inventory has swelled recently a bit. I wouldn't say big, but over historic lows. But right now there's such demand for lake real estate, even though people aren't paying stupid, crazy, over asking prices right now. But because the inventory grows, what is selling is what was priced right. What is not selling is overpriced. And it looks like it's swollen, but it's phantom inventory. And this is very common at the lake, that there are folks who, they don't have to sell. It's a discretionary home. And so they can wait and sit and wait and sit, and they often do. So that is something that, you know, people in the primary residential, they kind of sell, they kind of need to get something moving more often. Which, as I mentioned, discretionary homes. This impacts buying and selling about the activity in the market, because nobody has to spend the extra to buy a lake home, and people who own a lake home may have the means to sit on a home that they don't even use very often, or they put it for sale, but like, you know, we're interested in selling the next 2 or 3 years, but we're going to use it. If we got the right offer, we'd take a deal. This is very different, again, than primary residential real estate, is this behavior of buyers and sellers when it's discretionary and the time they can take. Related to that is the lake has a lot more second homes. This affects the timing as well about buying or selling, because if it's your second home, you're not needing necessarily to get out of it to get the next home. You may move into it while your primary residence is being sold. This again stretches the time on market, where the average transaction from first contact to a buyer to a transaction for our agents averages about 2 years and can be much longer. At the lake, there are also a lot more investment properties where somebody, even if they make it their second home, or if they're looking to do long and short-term rentals, they're putting money to work at the lake. And this creates a whole new buyer demand that's different and stronger than there is in primary residential real estate. And one thing that surprises a lot of people is this market is not really very impacted by mortgage rates, particularly in areas where there's a lot of second homes. A lot of these transactions are cash. In fact, in our brokerage across the country, over half our transactions are cash. So if there's no mortgage, the interest rates are not impactful, not really. Maybe it influences buyers or sellers a little bit, but for the most part, even the ones who do choose to get a mortgage, they know they're paying a premium and they're kind of okay with it because they have the means. So the market is not really influenced at the lake by mortgage interest rates like you would think. So whether you're buying or selling, understand that primary residential real estate headlines that you see in the media don't tell the real story of what's going on in the lake real estate market. And I hope these tips have been helpful. Even better, each market's fairly different, and we have local super expert agents about lake real estate across the country. Visit us at lakehomes.com, go to agents, and you can find an agent who will be glad to take their time, answer whatever questions you have, even if you're not ready to do a transaction. You can also find tens of thousands of properties for sale right now across the country on lakes in multiple states at lakehomes.com. I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you and have a great day. For more information, be sure to check out lakehomes.com.